Hello everybody, welcome to My Hero Academia chapter number 362 review. This chapter is titled Light Fades to Rain. Now, last chapter we had the entire thing going on of Tamaki, who made his massive arm cannon with all of the powerful things coming together to beat good old Shigaraki. In this chapter we start with that. Tamaki has his arm cannon. He is very much concentrated on the fight ahead of him, and he starts to think, if I fail now, everyone in this coffin is utterly doomed. As he thinks to Fat Gum and Kirishima and Tetsu there, and he's thinking of what they said. Stand tall and proud, Tamaki. Taking care of this biz as usual, dude. And he also thinks to Mirio, saying to him, I know for a fact that you've got some real special talents. And he thinks, that blinding, bright, and shining praise, like treasures from them to me. Up to now, I can never fully accept it. I was crushed under the weight of that wealth. It just felt easier to be down on myself. Thank you, everyone. As he shoots the cannon, and he continues to think, because now that crushing weight makes me stronger, as he uses the attacked vast hybrid plasma cannon, as he just goes and attacks with all he has towards Shigaraki. Shigaraki just yells, sneaky little pest, get wrecked, as he sends his own arm chasm things towards Tamaki, yes, Sun Eater, that's his name, and Shigaraki's just like, you just don't get it, as we then see Mirio come over and just punch Shigaraki off for one straight in the side of the head. And we see Tamaki just blast a hole through the UA building. This is sort of like a half two-page spread on pages 4 and 5 of this chapter. We just see Tamaki's energy cannon just going out way into the horizon. It's really cool looking. But pretty much what happens is Nedre's just like, how? And as we see Tamaki getting attacked by Shigaraki, Mirio using his permeation to dodge a few of these attacks, and Shigaraki is there saying, think about it. Remember All Might in his prime? Would something so pathetic have killed him? Come on, use your heads. As we see Bakugo stand up, it cuts over to him and Genist, and Bakugo just raises. As Best Genist turns and starts to yell Bakugo's name, Bakugo is just like, look after the others. And he thinks, gotta win right, Zuko. And Best Genist goes to try to stop him, to hold him back. But it doesn't matter. Bakugo's already up going to attack Shigaraki. And he's like, right side. And he does a little feint to go attack him. And Best Genist, like, he saw it coming and he dodged it. As we get a breakdown of Bakugo's quirk, Explosion. The sweat glands on his palms produce a nitroglycerin-like liquid that he can detonate. But the cluster upgrade he came with devised a side effect when he used them on himself that he wasn't aware of. The act of saving up sweat into launchable beads put a terrible burden on the glands in his palms. With his sights set on victory, he kept storing those beads in the glands until they are forced to find other exits and leak out all over his body. Explosions all around his body gave him even more speed. And by this point, we see Bakugo just running around attacking Shigaraki with everything he's got, as he thinks, my whole body hurts. Battling through the pain, fighting while trying to spot the enemy's tactics and habits. That's basically the pack you had to walk, yeah? Suzuku, can I still catch up to you? As we see, he's just going and attacking with everything he has, as Shigaraki All For One is just standing there taking all these attacks, and he's thinking, how is he pissing me off so much? This random extra who doesn't even possess One For All, as we see his mind flashes back to the second user of One For All. And as we see Shigaraki, All For One's just like, why am I suddenly panicking? As he just yells, go to hell, as him and Bakugo clash with big, like, clashes of energy just going against each other, fighting with everything they've got. And then we go to Bakugo's inner world, and we see a vestige of All Might there, just swirling around in the breeze, and Bakugo's just standing there, and he says, oh, right. And he looks really hard at All Might, and he says, so, yeah, thinking back when we finally met, I was pretty much a punk going through some stuff. And now it looks like I've missed my chance to ask, as he reaches into his pocket and he pulls an All Might trading card, one of them that him and Deku would have gotten from a pack when they were little children, before they even really cared and knew too much about this hero society. And Bakugo looks at this card, the stat card, for all the stats on the back and All Might's picture in the front, and he says, man, I wanted an autograph so bad. As we see Shigaraki go through and he punctures Bakugo's heart, and we cut back to the regular world as Tamaki, Sun Eater, Miriko, and Togata just go and try to save Bakugo from getting impaled by Shigaraki. And as we see Bakugo's body just fly off into the distance, Best Jeanist runs after him. We get a news report. It says, we've had clear skies over the Kanto, Chibu, and Kansai regions. But according to the volunteer weather report, a sudden and dramatic rise in temperature is disrupting the weather patterns. As we see some people just looking around saying, it looks like it's going to rain. And while we look around at a bunch of people, we see Shigaraki, All For One, just say, you were just tracing the earlier fight. Why did you think you could win? We came prepared for today with a perfect Demon Lord body, ideal for the final boss. Understand? Yet, what's coming now is our story, the villain's tale. As we cut over to Bakugo's parents, and his mom there just stands and says, man, that kid of ours is no fan of rain. As we didn't cut back to, we just see Best Jeanist yell, his heart. As we just see Monoma, Mirko, and Togata, and especially Aizawa just all freaking out at once, as we get a 2-page spread where Bakugo is dead. He's just out of it. His heart is no longer there. He's just got a hole filled with blood gaping through him, and we see the All Might trading card just laying right beside his dead body. And that's the end of the chapter. This chapter was 17 pages. It's been improving on the page in Ling fandom. It shows. This is such an emotional chapter. Like, I've never really been a massive fan of Bakugo, but Bakugo is dead. I mean, of course, he's probably coming back. I mean, if they kill Bakugo off, I'd be very surprised about all of this, but first off, we just see Sun Eater just fire off the arm cannon, do some massive damage, and then Bakugo gets up, and shows how his quirk has evolved. It's giving him even more speed, and it's just pushing him to limits he is breaking. And eventually, I love this thing where he sees the All Might vestige, and he's just like, man, I never got that autograph. I wanted one so incredibly bad, and it's just very interesting to see all together. And of course, I don't think Bakugo's dead, but it's a moment that affects many people. I mean, it's really just showing, and especially with the whole thing of Bakugo's mother just being like, that kid of ours, he's no fan of rain. How's he going to deal with this? Especially when he's fighting all these villains and everything. And the way that Shigaraki's face looks on that same page, where he's just the blood red eyes and just him looking so demonic, as we flip the page and Bakugo's dead. Probably not. I don't know. That's My Hero Academia chapter 362. Glowplasma231 out.